Alright guys, a little bonus Sunday afternoon video. I always do cleanup on Sundays on the afternoon. It's 18 degrees outside. Got the big buddy on medium. And it's about, I don't know. It's 64 degrees in here. Anyway, not here to talk about the big buddy. I've had some footage of doing the transaxle that I did not make it in my last video. It's kind of lost footage, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that. And in the process of cleaning, I found my snap ring. Some of y'all are probably wondering why I am not holy pulley modding the transaxle pulley. Well, the simplicity of the belt design on this tractor, I'm going to try going without it. Much like Bowser, it has a very simple belt pattern. Bowser actually gets too much grip on the pulley, so I do not have a holy pulley mod on Bowser, and it does just fine in the mud. I don't know why that tractor gets such good grip, but I'm not going to complain. But anyway, here's the lost footage, and have a good day. Alright guys, nothing special here. I'm going to put a couple screws in this to make it solid. But basically just set it in here, and probably should get my bushings here. But I can pretty well measure it and then measure how far it is from here to here and make it even on both sides. That's all there is to that. I was just looking at the screen of the camera and I thought there was a big old red line in it. There is. It's called my broom. But anyway, like I said, measure the two outputs until you get them equal. So I need to go 2 more inches this way. And then put the screw in. So we got now. We got 7 3/8. This side I've got 7 1/8. So I need to go about that. I guess I need 7 1/8 on both sides. So right about there. Okay, that's centered. I'm going to go ahead and make a mark on both sides. Alright, so I need to do here. So I'm going to mark where this hub is. That way when I take it out, take this apart, I can mark where the center hub, the one I welded, goes. And then I can set that screw onto it, set that screw, slide it out, and put a little divot in the axle for that set screw. Put some Loctite on it, put that screw back in, that's good to go, and then button all this back up and put my inner bearings in and my outer bearings, and this is ready to go. Then put in my gear set and button it back together. Alright guys, a little note to self. Don't get overzealous and break your bolts to your bull gear. Right now I'm being lucky and it's coming out the back side. There's the one. Here's where the other one broke off. Not much of it hanging out the other side. But I'll get it. Might be just enough to get started. Gotta get the other one out. Alright, looks like I'm getting lucky enough to get the other one out too. I was able to get it started with my fingers before it got tight. Now it's just a matter of working it until I get it out. It's going to be a little bit. I'll get it. Alright guys, the hub's in. Well, you can't see them, but I did replace the broken bolts. They're down below. I don't know if you can see it right there. And right there, the brighter ones, I had 2 bolts. And this is how I keep the oil in. A JB weld where the bearing goes in a little ways on both sides. That way, and then it's drying right now. It's a little taller than what it should be. But I'll come back and I'll sand that down where it's round using the bearing as a guide to clean it up, and that will hold the oil in the axle a lot better. Some people just RTV it. I go ahead and JB weld it. This part's done. I could go ahead and put the gear set in. All this is baking, but that won't be ready until tomorrow. Next time you see this transaxle, it will be buttoned up. It's pretty much done, other than I will be putting through bolts through all the holes. I'll go ahead and use the threads that's here to tighten the new bolts down, and then I'm going to come up on the bottom side and add a nut, and that will help lock that together, keep it from coming apart. I'm using a stainless bolt. It's got a hex head, and here's my nuts for the backside. They're got the, what do you call them? Little lock nuts, but that way they get a little more surface area on holding the 2 halves together. And that's pretty much it. I did run into a problem with my input shaft, and well, not the input shaft itself. I cleaned it up. Went to put it on my pulley, and it did not fit in the keyway. This is the first time I've ever had a Phoenix steel pulley not work. But I followed on the pulley, and I got it to fit. Of course, this is upside down here, but I did end up getting it to fit. So when it's time, I'll put some anti-seize on that, and that will keep that from being stuck on there, so when I need to surface it later. But we're pretty well ready to put it all together. Just got to wait for that JB weld. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little additional footage, and the frame is no longer a workbench, and I've got my foot brackets on now already, so now I can start working on the monolink. Catch you later.